Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faroe Field today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Broncos will put total leather to crank us up. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. On first down, here comes this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught near the sticks. It's Potts. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They'll leave it with him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll pull it down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Fourth down coming up. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. Now on the option. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
Gonna run it. It's West. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab at the 30. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Trying to impose their will with the run. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits the uprights. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He lets one fly deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Broncos! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Kentucky may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take the dub away from Kroger Field every time. The Cats have been racking up road wins since the Bear Bryant days, and they'll get another one today. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's West. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He'll work his way down to the 28.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Boise State 14, Missouri 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on second down. Makes the catch, and they're able to get him down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Missouri!
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fair catch called for and made. Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it right.
At midfield, he's got room. Afterburner's coming. The tag. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. On the run, it's West. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll ride the hot hand. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Bunch formation trying to spring a guy free. From the gun. Give on the inside. At the 35, he's loose. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They'll go to the air. This time it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incomplete.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger. Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. And that one's incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Finds the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He wants to pass it on second down. It's caught. And more yards after contact. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Here's the handoff. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Finds his man. It's Potts. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up 1st and goal.
On the option, he'll pitch it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This has been a track meet running up and down the field so far, Jesse.
It's amazing for this offense, right? Score a touchdown, go try to get a rest on the sideline. It feels like you blink and you're right back on the field having to go score another one, David. It just feels like it's going to be that kind of game.
Well, so which defense can kind of change their identity a little bit, get more aggressive? You're giving up yards and touchdowns anyways. Who can get aggressive and maybe create a turnover?
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Stout. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain.
He's looking deep. Ball in the air, intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take them away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception.
Going for the big play. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time on target. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Timeout, Missouri.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Missouri, 28. Boise State, 21.
The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Number 15, set to kick it off.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They got a lot done through the air in the 1st half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
Running it back, it's Frederick. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. He'll start this drive firing. Got a man, it's West. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's going for a big play downfield. He caught it! Takes it to the house! Touchdown, Missouri! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Nevada is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 15 to Utah State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Wants to throw on first down. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows?
Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. And the Broncos racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, and just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to beat the D deep. Grabs it inside the 10. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Boise State. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on a touchdown pass from 52 yards out. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
On the option. Now the toss. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and what a season he's having. It's almost certainly going to be a 1,000-yard campaign. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll run it from the gun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Fires to the middle. Rolls it in. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch.
Touchdown, Tiger! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And they did tack on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stout. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Time to take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Broncos!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Both of these teams working over this scoreboard so far, Jesse.
And I think for the offense on the field now, they can't worry about the other offense. Obviously, they've both been having success. You just got to focus on yourself, keep executing, because you've been lighting up the scoreboard.
And defensively, heck, you might as well be aggressive. All you got to do is get 1 turnover, get the ball back to your offense, because your offense has been great all day long.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. He's got him this time. Running for the take. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he got loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working really in this game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Running back searching for a hole. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Back open in the middle. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Missouri 49, Boise State 35.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He finds his man. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball, getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground, incomplete pass.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the back over the middle. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the 1st. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. They're bringing heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Throws to the tight end. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
He's looking for a man on second down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
They keep attacking through the air. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Charlotte came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in the Queen City had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a 1st down. They'll try the right side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get 1st downs. They throw the football and get 1st downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting 1st downs. They are so hard to defend.
Motion from the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Someone say run the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. One more play to pad the stats. These corners going to give them some space. They'll throw it on 1st down. A strike downfield. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like